In this video, I would like to introduce you the research of Educational Resource Information Communication API, that is so-called ERIC API. As researchers, we always design and develop very good systems and tools. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to make the stakeholders like schools or teachers benefit from our research. The reason is when the stakeholder who wants to use our system or tools, they may need to put a lot of effort and time to integrate our research system and tools into the systems they have been used for years. And sometimes the stakeholder will have concerns about the security and privacy issues. ERIC API provides a very quick, easy installation process for people to integrate the two systems together. I would like to explain the architecture first and then use a case which integrates Moodle's and online test system with ERIC API as case study. From ERIC's API's point of view, there are two kinds of applications no matter how many systems you want to integrate together. That is a client application and a server application. When a system requires users to grant permission to access the data in another system, then the system is called a client application. And the system who provided the data and the service is the server application. So in this case, Moodle will be the client application and the online test system which provided the data about the forthcoming test and the test performance of a student is the server application. So the situation looks like this. Moodle has its own course and student accounts. As well as online test system, it also has a test and a student account. With the 5 steps of the process, we can integrate the Moodle and the online test system together. The first 2 steps are belonging to server application, and the remaining 3 steps are for the client application. It is worth to explain a little bit ahead that is Moodle displayed all the information in blocks. So we need to have a block which uploaded and activated on Moodle so the block can access the data from online test system via ERIC API. However, if you already have a block which used for this purpose, then you don't need to have step 3. In this demo, I prepared 2 virtual machines. The first virtual machine with IP address 101 is running Moodle, and the other virtual machine IP ends with 102 is running online test system. The first step of using ERIC API to integrate the 2 systems is to create the database for ERIC API. So we need to create a database named ERICDB with collection setting UTF-8 general. Once we created the database, we need to create a user which can access the ERICDB. So we add a user with name Eric and the password 12345. As soon as we created the database and the user account, the last thing we need to do is to import the predefined SQL file, which you can find in the demo folder. The second step is to upload the ERIC API package, which is very easy with any kind of FTP client you have. Connect to the server application, and then upload the API, and done. We finished step 2. Before I move to step 3, I would like to show you what the ERIC API package has. Each ERIC API package has both client and server module. For server application, OTS, in the server module, we have a very basic PHP file, which you probably will not change all the time unless you want to change the database access configuration. Also, you will have the PHP file for each permission you would like to allow your users to grant for another application to access. So each of the PHP will be very similar and developed by yourself. Now let's move on to the step 3. In Moodle, all the information are displayed in blocks. What is block? This navigation panel is a block. This calendar is a block. So our first step on client application is upload an empty block. To upload an empty block to Moodle is very easy. First of all, you just need to connect it to your Moodle server, and then go to the block folder. Inside the block folder, you can simply upload the block you designed, like this. Moodle will detect the new plugin when you enter the Moodle with administrator account, so you need to click on Upgrade Moodle Database now. Once the Moodle upgrade successfully, you can go to the course and add the new block to the course so students can see it. When you go to a course, make sure that you turn the editing on first. When the editing feature is on, you can scroll down to the end and you can see a block which you can add. So you can add the new block you just uploaded. Once you add the block, students can see the block when they enter the course, like here. Now we are going to do the step 4. Step 4 is very similar to the step 1, which is creating a database client side. So we can do it very quickly by adding the database EricDB with collection setting UTF-8 general. And then we add a user for the database. The last thing is to import the predefined SQL for the client application too. You can choose that from demo folder. Congratulations, we finished the 4th step. The last step is trying to upload the revised block which we have Eric API enabled to replace the original empty block. So it is also easy. Now you can go to the block folder on the Moodle and choose your empty block. And then upload the Eric API package as well as the modified block PHP. Once you upload it, you finish the whole process. How can we know that we successfully integrated the two systems? We can log in with the student account and to see it. So I log in with my student account and click on the course. After I get into the course, I scroll down to the Eric block. Currently, the block shows nothing. It says we need to get permission from online test system. We can click on the online test system icon, which in this example is a test-based icon. But after you click on the online test system icon, as you can see that now the address bar shows we are in 102, which is OTS, not in Moodle. So we need to use our OTS account to log in, which is S1. I can choose which permission I want to grant for Moodle. So I can say Moodle can display my test name. Moodle can display the test start date, end date, as well as my test result. At the end, I need to agree to share about checked privilege with Moodle. I say agree. So I need to put this authorization code into that box within 30 seconds. Remember, you need to make sure that your browser allowed server application to pop up a window. After I enter the authorization code and click on OK, I will be redirected back to Moodle, that is IP with 101. What happened right now? Let me scroll down to see what Erica block has. Now, the Erica API works. As you can see, Moodle can access my test information, including the beginner test and an advanced algorithm test. Also, it showed me that I got 80 for another test. This is the integration of two systems via Erica API. Next steps of the Research Erica API including the development of user-friendly setup and configuration interface, as well as providing API solution for JSP users. We also want to gather and analyze users' perception toward Erica API and integrate a more practical system with Erica API so people can see the benefit of using Erica API to integrate the two systems. We are also looking for collaborations in terms of doing pilot studies and experiments with us, co-authoring conference and journal papers for the results of pilots and experiments. We are also looking for people who want to adopt the system into real educational process and settings, which can be considered as a pilot or experiment for longer-term research. If you want to know more, you can read this paper. If you have any question, please write me an email. Thank you so much for watching.